everyone, welcome back in another video. In today's video, we are going to discuss about today date is 2nd of November 2022, and in our today's video, we are going to see AWS. So AWS stand for Amazon Web Services. So now we are going to discuss about the web services. As we know, if we are creating any project or any application or any web page, that time that web page or that application is at initially level, it works only on that machine on which that application or web service is generated. That means it's only support that the local host, that means that local host, that is the machine's local host, it's only works or only supports on that machine, because the complete build of that code or complete build of that system is stored within that machine. So that's why we not able to use that URL or use that particular IP address to get the access of that application or get the access of that web page. That's why we have to deploy that code on a server, because we have to make a publish that app. That means if we are able to deploy that whole code or a whole database on a server, that time we can easily access the data or fetch the data. That means a user can make a connection between that server side and user side at both platform, if that data is present on a cloud or it presence on a server. So for that, simply we can create a build of our code or of our data which we are generating for that web page or web services, and we deploy that data or code on a web services. Okay, so in a market there was a different kind of web services like AWS, that is Amazon Web Service. Then next one is a our different types of services are there. That is our one of the AWS, Amazon Web Service, and then Azure, and then Google Cloud. Like these are different type of web services. From this, now recent there was a AWS is on top. That means, because why it is on top, because AWS can grab the market up to 80% of IT industries market is grabbed by AWS. That means the 500 fortune companies which are on a top companies, which they are bounded with the AWS. That means they are using a AWS. That is the one of the main reason why our AWS is on the top. Another thing is that the login and using method of a feature of AWS is simple. That means it's easy to use or it is a familiar for a user. After that, it's the next thing is that it's charges. Okay, when we are using a AWS, that time we can use that different kind of services on AWS. That services are like EC2. EC2 means our EC2 means hey, Ajay. EC2 stands for Elastic Elastic Compute Cloud. Then VPC, that is our virtual private cloud, and then next one is a S3, that is our simple storage system. So these three are our these three of services which we are using on our which are provided by our AWS. Okay. So in EC2 they are charging us as per hourly charges. That means they're providing as an instance as a EC2, and that by using that instance, that means they provide us any machine or system or screen. By using that screen or system, we can deploy our code or we get communicate with the server by using that instance. So that instance is having a hourly charges. That is the one more advantage of AWS. That's the charges system of AWS is our hourly basis for EC2. But for other services, as per like VPS, that is the virtual private cloud. When we need a virtual private cloud, that when we have to make that our highly potential data or our secure data, which we have to deploy on a code or we have to make a private system on a cloud, that time we are using a virtual private cloud. So that virtual private cloud can charge in terms of a GBs. That means how much GB are used for the particular user. as per according to their using of GBs, it take a charges. And in another kind, we can say that our AWS can providing a service of a simple storage system. In simple storage system, it provide us some kind of a memory space, and for that memory space is charged in terms of a GBs. That means how much GB is provided by AWS or how much GB is consumed by user. According to that GBs, it is they charges to user. So different kinds of services are provided by AWS. After that, the AWS is worldwide. That means it's spread. It's actually presence in 15 regions, and it provided up to 64 services are there. But as per their region wise, their charges are different. That means as per their consumption of use in another different regions, they charges are different charge for the services. So that is uh, that is simple in use. When we are using a cloud, we can easily deploy the code on a server, and it's make easier to deployer or user. Thank you. This is overall about AWS. Thank you.